The eye doesn't see, and the nose can't smell the trouble in the water of Talavast swell. But as the years go by, the body keeps score. And though it may get weary, the spirit fights forevermore.
My name is Beatrice Ziegler.
Irvin Smith.
My name is Sandra Otero.
These are the names.
My name is Walter Bryant.
And these are the faces of a Manatee County community, small in number, big in heart. Welcome to Talavast.
Not realizing that I was bathing in toxic stuff.
So this investigation got its start last year when I found out that researchers at the University of South Florida got a $500,000 grant from the EPA to study pollution in Talavast. And that's a really small, majority African-American community in unincorporated Manatee County. I went to a meeting in October 2024 that researchers had with residents, and it was then that I realized the gravity of the situation in Talavast.
The PFAS contaminant plume.
I then found records that show contamination is now showing up in places it had never been detected.
Christian Wells, professor of anthropology. The community of Talavast.
That's my brother, yeah.
Is a neighborhood.
Now I'm gonna do my thing.
Surprisingly
You're gonna be 18 years old in 2 months.
happy, upbeat, close, family-related people that have this really horrible past of drinking contaminated well water for a long time. And so you have a lot of people that have fallen ill with various types of cancers.
Irvin Smith. I was born and raised in Talavast, Florida.
The water flowing from this tap hasn't always been safe.
I don't know. They should have said something.
For years, Smith worked at a now shuttered beryllium plant, exposed to toxic chemicals that troubled Talavast for decades, where most people were on wells. Experts say these chemicals damage the nervous system, kidneys, and liver, as well as the immune system in developing fetuses.
Cancer rate out here is pretty high, for one thing. I've lost a lot of family, sisters, from cancer. My dad, he passed away with cancer.
At one point, data showed that people who lived in Talavast after 1962 for 10 or more years and used well water were more than 8 times more likely to develop cancer.
My mom, she had the cancer, and my brothers, all of us ended up with the prostate cancer.
Walter Bryant worked at the plant. So did Beatrice Ziegler's husband, who died after a bout with berylliosis.
Boy, I miss my husband. I had a good man.
He was a good dude.
I had a good husband. Yes, I miss him.
Lockheed Martin, which took over the plant property in 1996, notified the state of the contamination in 2000, but neither told the community. It was years before neighbors knew they'd been drinking contaminated well water.
Me personally, I always gonna go back to color our skin.
It was well known and kept from us.
Today, Talavast residents are connected to city water and are no longer on wells, but the worries continue. Are you angry about what's happened here?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, you know.
Smith says he stopped gardening over fears of a tainted harvest.
Oh, boy.
He also lives steps away from more contamination concerns.
The oil and the tar, and they got all this stuff that they replaced and just left it sitting here in the back. No one seemed to care about Talavast. I don't know why.
And about a block from those tracks is where our investigation picks back up.
Paul Maxwell, senior geologist.
Maxwell is one of the scientists working through that EPA grant. He's sampling monitoring wells his company installed at 15 Talavast homes over the last few months. The testing doesn't replace what the state requires of Lockheed Martin, but it's an extra layer of knowledge and protection for this community.
Collecting some groundwater samples.
Groundwater that can also impact air quality.
There can be a horizontal or vertical spread of contamination in the groundwater. While that's all happening, there's vapors that the groundwater emits, essentially, which we call soil gas.
Through public records, I got a copy of Lockheed Martin's most recent report to the state. It shows an increase in groundwater chemicals at concentrations above the target cleanup level. It also shows the groundwater plume has started to spread. Records say the company has cleaned dozens of acres of pollution, but the plume still covers more than 100 acres of land. An independent review of that report says there needs to be urgent action to stop further contamination. What's at risk if nobody stands up to help Talabast?
People will continue to die of cancer and other illnesses caused by the contamination. And slowly, little by little, their historic residential community will get eaten up by commercial and industrial enterprises until there's nothing left.
My name is Sandra Otero, and I moved to Talabast almost 3 years ago.
Unlike most of her neighbors who were born and raised in Talabast,
It's the only plant that's lived.
Otero is new to the area,
The price point was in my price range.
but she didn't know about the contamination.
No one told me anything.
Otero is one of the 15 with monitoring wells on her property, testing for even more toxins on land that in some ways feels cursed.
I won't plant any vegetables or anything on this ground. And hardly anything lives on my plants. It's weird, they die. I don't even leave my dog out here too long because I'm afraid.
Also afraid of the financial impact.
When I sell my property, what's gonna happen? How much money am I gonna lose? Who's gonna buy it?
Lockheed Martin has not responded to my request to talk about this contamination. I'm also waiting to hear from the state, but at least one Manatee County commissioner said he will talk to me about this after he meets with the community. As for the faces of Talabast, the push continues for clean water, air, and soil in Talabast, the town they call home.